Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Full Moon with UMI. If you're new here, every full moon I like to make a video about a different mindfulness topic with the intention to bring healing and insight to anyone who felt called to click on this video. So thank you for clicking on this video, you are meant to be here. This full moon is in Cancer. Cancer is all about feeling our emotions, it's about going inward. And so I wanted to make this episode of Full Moon with Umi about 6 things I learned this year. So 2020 for a lot of us has been a year of tremendous growth and tremendous change. Through the hardships, the ups and the downs, this year has been a blessing for me. I feel it's transformed me into a better person. It's given me the space and time to reflect upon myself, and I hope it's been the same for you. As the year winds down, it's time to do some reflecting, so let's get into it. So the first thing that I learned this year is to embrace uncertainty, to love uncertainty. I have come to accept and realize that we live in an uncertain universe, and that is beautiful and that is okay. And the more that I let go of the need to control everything and the need to know what's gonna happen, the less resistance I feel within myself. And I think whenever you feel resistance, anxiety towards something, it's an opportunity to change your outlook on it. So I've taken this year to accept that I don't really know what's gonna happen, but put that energy into trusting that everything is happening as it's meant to. And that's kind of put my anxiety towards uncertainty into a more beautiful place. And uncertainty truly is an opportunity for anything to happen. It's the birthing of any creative ideas. I think every time that you encounter uncertainty, embrace it as an opportunity to create your ideal reality. So the next thing I learned this year is to be here now. I realized this year that I've spent a lot of my time in my life in my head thinking about the past, thinking about the future. I could be driving, looking at some beautiful trees in a scenic spot, and I'm not even looking at the trees. I'm thinking about all these memories in my brain. I'm not present. I'm in conversation with someone and I'm not even hearing them speak. And I started to realize that life is all about the now, because all that really exists is the present moment, and that joy and happiness isn't this fleeting thing that you have to achieve and you have to run towards. It's about sinking back into the now and appreciating the way the sun feels on your face, or the wind, or that beautiful conversation you're currently having with your friend, or watching this video. So taking a moment to just breathe. When I feel my mind going elsewhere, noting I feel the wind, I hear the music, realizing what's present allows me to be back here, and that is where the beauty in life is. So the third thing that I learned this year is to love my shadow. In the stillness of this year, I started to realize that there are a lot of things that I want to change about myself. But in order to grow, you have to love those things you want to change. I realized in the past, I would be really hard on myself about things that I wanted to change, and you don't really go anywhere with that, is what I realized. And so rather than being angry at yourself, being hard on yourself, you have to send love to yourself, is what I realized. For example, for me, I just started to realize I experienced a lot of anxiety, and I used to push that away and say to myself, like, if I am spiritual and if I trust in the universe, I shouldn't feel anxious. I should always be happy. And I'm like, that doesn't do anything. So lately what I've been doing is when I feel anxiety arise, put my hand on my heart and I breathe and I say, thank you, Umi, for anxiety. It means you care. It means you just really want things to go well, but I don't want to feel this way anymore. So we're gonna change. And so being just gentle with yourself will make all the difference. So that is a big thing I learned this year. The fourth thing that I learned this year is that things take time. Healing takes time. Achieving a vision, a goal takes time. Cooking takes time. I think because we live in this fast-paced society, we've come to think that we're supposed to operate as quickly as the software and the technology around us. But that's why technology is technology and we are humans. The beauty of this human experience is in the journey and is in the time it takes to bring forth a vision that you have. So being gentle with yourself about taking time and enjoying the journey has been a huge shift in my thought process for me. The fifth thing that I learned this year is to ask for help. I think we all realized this year that we as humans are social creatures and we're not meant to be doing everything by ourselves. And that goes for emotional growth that we're seeking. It's okay to ask for help from a friend, therapy, family, using the internet to help you. If in your work life, you don't have to do everything by yourself. It's okay to ask for help from people. And it's okay to accept favors from other people. When I started to realize I'm not alone, I can trust other people to help me, that's when everything just started to open up and my growth started to accelerate. So embrace the love of humanity. If you're meant to do this alone, you'll be the only human being on earth. You're not the only human being on earth, so we're meant to do this together. So the sixth thing I learned this year is the value of a good morning routine. So while there's a lot of things I can't control in this life, one thing I can control is how I start my day. And how I start my day kind of dictates the energy of the rest of the day. So what this looks like for me is I wake up and I open my eyes and I give thanks. I try to find a few things, at least 3 things that I'm grateful for. Some days it's easier than others, but I try to do it every day just to start my day in a place of gratitude. I like to do yoga to stretch my body, journal, and I like to meditate, and then I like to eat fruit in the morning. And what I've also realized is you can't hold on to your routine too much. So maybe make a list of things that make you feel good in the morning and accept that some days you'll get to one thing, some days you'll get to everything. That is kind of the uncertainty of life. But if you can at least do one thing that brings you joy in the morning, it's going to shift the whole course of your day. So I hope that these tips were helpful. I hope that you could take something away from this video. Thank you so much for watching. In the description below, please leave some of the things you've learned this year so we can continue to share and evolve through each other's experiences. I'm sending you all the love. Thank you for being a part of this community in 2020, and I'm excited for us to continue to grow together in the next year. Mwah, love you.